Empty, deserted, lonely. This is what is left of Government Science Secondary School Kagara. 2 months after 27 students were abducted in the school, we're back to see what the school has become. Mobile policemen are mounting watch in the school. We learned they were deployed just after the attack. These two security men who saw what happened the night the bandits struck and abducted the students tell me what transpired.
Da abun ya zo ya faru muka ga an kwaso malamanmu da wasu students suka nuho hostel. To shine muka gane bandits ne suka shigo.
Na ga wani staff da aka dora shi da wani yaro ya samu ya kwance. Yaro din ya zare rigan shi ya bar shi da rigan yaro din sai ya gudu sai ya zo gidan nan.
They lead me to the scene where one of the victims was shot dead.
February 17, 2021 was the day the bandits who attacked Government Science Secondary School Kagara stormed the school at night, and there they picked 27 students. Now this is the spot where a student named Benjamin was said to have been shot and killed. The blood stain is still there, and the key belonging to him, according to what we've heard, is still lying on the ground. The memory of the attack is still very fresh on the minds of the people in Kagara.
The classrooms have been under lock and key since the attack, and while all that remains in the hostels are remnants of the students' belongings. Away from the school, we traveled to Kagara town, Kagara local government area of the state, to see two victims of the abduction, Abakuk and Paulinus.
They said we should run, if not they will kill us there. Then they started pushing us like cow. They will say ar, 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 like the way Fulani usually do in the bush. That's the way they are pushing us.
They share their experience, especially after they regained their freedom.
When I usually drink, sometimes I will find myself in that forest. I usually see the way they treat us. They will ask us to do this thing, to do this, to do this.
Sometimes if I see people with guns like this, I feel scared for my life, because for that place, I always see guns always. So if I see guns like this, I feel scared in my life.
Back in Minna, the state capital, the Commissioner for Education tells us about the state government's efforts to help the recovery process of the victims and the measures taken to secure school children in the state.
We saw that there was that fear, there was that anxiety in them, and we felt that the psychosocial support was going to at least give them some hope, some reassurance to know that at least there is more to it. And we have 11 schools which we term as schools in high risk, and what we're trying to do now is that we have tried to work out a template where some of the students would actually go to school in their communities, and we're going to cluster some to actually be able to absorb them to some of our boarding schools that have extra facilities.
Niger State currently has 496 secondary schools and 3,000 primary schools spread across its 25 local government areas, most of which have suffered years of neglect by successive governments. Although the current administration of Governor Abubakar Bello says it has expended billions of naira in the last 6 years to rehabilitate some of the schools, Government Science Secondary School Kagara is still in a dilapidated condition, waiting for the government to fulfill its promise of a facelift. Emperor Simon, Channels Television News.